Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another edition of Intuitive Angling. Much appreciated you guys checking the video out today and taking a little time out of your busy day to watch the video. And like I said, welcome back to all the regulars of the channel. Welcome back to all you dudes out there that like to critique the messenger instead of listening to the message, which we have a lot of those. You guys are all welcome here regardless. Today, guys, I'm going to give you guys some really good tips on, sort of gives you a foundation on how to choose crankbait colors, specifically square bill crankbait colors for the summer months and into fall, like anywhere between now into early October. And I got a sort of a system I've developed over the years I'm going to share with you guys. Works for me pretty good. I think it'll help you guys catch some more bass. Real quick before we do get started, I just want to give you guys a weekly reminder, help the lights stay on around the house here. If you guys hadn't had a chance, go over and check out all of our new merchandise on the Intuitive Angling site. Just go to the homepage. You can check it out there. Also, if you're interested in becoming a member of the channel, it's one of the best ways you can support what's going on here at the channel. If you want to get in and support the channel, just go to the About section of my YouTube homepage, click on Intuitive Memberships, and you get like extra videos every week that aren't seen by the public, access to my email address for your own fishing questions. Much appreciated there. Okay guys, we'll get into this. I'm going to be talking about the Megabass S Crank today, the 1.2 and the 1.5 in today's video. Although you can apply this also to any type of crankbait in the summertime. It works, it's sort of universal, it works through there. I'm going to go through my four favorite and I'm going to sort of show you guys, explain to you when and how I use them. So we're going to talk out right off the bat with the old favorite, the blackback Chartreuse Side. And this is one of the oldest color patterns excuse me, in crankbaits, guys. This is probably one of the first colors that was developed in the square bill back in the late 70s, and it's still just as productive today. Guys, the situations where I use the Chartreuse Side blackback is right off the bat in the morning. It's one of my favorite times to use it, regardless of the sky condition or the water clarity. When you're in a low light situation, like when there's still a lot of shade on the water, or if it's cloudy or rainy, something like that, but any type of low light condition, you will find out that you'll catch the biggest, most aggressive fish that you're going to catch on this bright, aggressive color like this. Now, it may not last very long. As soon as the sun comes up or it gets a little brighter, they may get off it and you have to go to something else. But guys, this is an excellent low light color to throw during low light conditions. Also, it's a really good color to throw in dirty water. I throw this a lot if I have water visibilities like less than 10 inches. This is my go-to color. So it's basically because it just stands out and glows so much. Real good in that situation. But I have caught them in clear water on this, again, if you have low light conditions with wind. Now, the next color is some type of a flat-sided or metallic shad pattern. You guys know I talk about I don't care about sexy shad too much. I don't care for sexy shad if it has that light blue back. Notice the back here is darker on this one. I do like that. But when you're talking about shad patterns, it can be universal. You can have a gizzard shad pattern, a thread fin shad, an ozark shad, a sexy shad. Most shad patterns are something like this, or some type of a pearlescent side with a little bit of chartreuse and a darker back on it. Now, the shad pattern, surprisingly, it's a pretty versatile color, because you think that a shad pattern wouldn't be that good in dirty water. But guys, a shad pattern, the flat-sided or metallic shad pattern, is a really good color to throw if you're fishing in like partly cloudy to sunny conditions, and even if you have dirty water. The dirty water, if you have bright light conditions, they will bite a shad pattern like this better than a black and chartreuse, even in the dirty water. So let's say, for example, say I'm fishing where the water visibility was 12 inches deep, something like that, cranking laydowns with a square bill. I may start off with like the chartreuse sided one, and as that sun hits the water, maybe the wind dies down a little bit, it gets brighter, that sun gets up overhead, I switch to some type of a shad pattern like this, and the shad pattern will also put out a glow in the water if it has a metallic or a flat side on it. A little bit more subtle, but it stands out still, and you can catch a lot of good fish in stained water and dirty water. I don't like the shad pattern with the chartreuse or metallic side in any type of clean water. This, to me, I use it almost all the time if the water visibility is like less than 15 to 18 inches. I don't like this color if the water's clearer than that. I just think it telegraphs itself too much and sticks out. But really good, even in a lot of different wind conditions, but I really like it in off-colored water, bright sky conditions. Now, the next one is going to be similar, close to this. It would be some type of a translucent shad pattern. So notice the difference between the two. This is the one I just held up. Both of these are shad patterns, but this one here is more of a translucent finish. You can see my finger behind it here. This is what I consider one of the best colors if the water's cleaner. Now, I don't use a square bill in clear water. For me, a square bill, my maximum visibility for using this bait is about 3 feet. So if I've got a situation where I'm borderline the water being a little bit too clean and I've got some bright sky conditions, that's when I go to this translucent side, because it blends in a little bit more. It's a little bit more subtle. A lot of those times those fish are a little less aggressive, they'll bite it. This is a really good color also, even if you have that water visibility down into that 12 to 15 inch range. If you have bluebird bright skies, no wind, super tough conditions, sometimes you'll find that this translucent finish will work better in those type of conditions. Now the next one, the last one, the fourth one, and this is probably not as common for a lot of people, but it's some type of a perch pattern. Guys, I love a perch pattern crankbait in all crankbaits, especially a square bill. A perch pattern is an extremely versatile bait because it'll work in all of the water ranges I talked about. It'll work in 8 inches of visibility, it'll work in 3 foot of visibility. What you're gonna find out with the perch pattern, for me most of the time, it's a good rock color when I'm fishing around rocks, because you've got a lot more perch that live around rocky banks and riprap than you do on like laydowns and stuff associated for square bill and off-colored water. The perch just don't live around the laydowns and stumps as much as they do around rocks. So when I'm fishing around rock, guys, I love a perch pattern crankbait in, like I said, anywhere between 10 inches to 3 foot of visibility water. They work good in all different sunlight conditions. They work good in different wind conditions. It's definitely one of my favorite colors all the way around. Another thing about a perch pattern you're going to find out is if you're catching some fish just like on whatever, the shad pattern or the chartreuse back one, and the fish sort of slow down a little bit and you know there's bass in that area, you can come through and you can clean up behind it with a perch pattern. I've done that so many times where I'll make one pass with like the black chartreuse or the shad pattern and catch 5 or 6, and then maybe make another pass and not catch one, and then go right back down the same stretch with the perch pattern and catch them. It's also really good in areas that have heavy fishing pressure. So anyway, guys, that's my 4 colors there. That's sort of what I look for: the blackback chartreuse side, some type of a flat or metallic shad finish, a clear shad finish, and a perch pattern. Those are, you can basically take those 4 colors and catch bass any water conditions across the country. So hope that helps you guys catch a few more fish. And guys, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Man, half you dudes out there are not subscribed to this channel. So if you got some juice off of this video, just send some love this way and hit that subscribe button. Much appreciated. Talk to you guys later.